Hey man, welcome back to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel right now and comment down below as we go along, and make sure you like this video. So look at this, man. Look, the guy that took the picture for young Dolph in the Ruth Chris, that's the bald guy. He's the one that told him what exit to go out of. He's the one that told Dolph where the bathroom was. Because in that moment when they were eating dinner at the Ruth Chris, you better believe there was every table that was there were fake table. They weren't really guests having dinner. They were just people to fill the space so that it looked like it was just a normal night at the Ruth Chris, and that these were just normal people having their dinner, right? Like it was all random. But no, you got to understand, when Dolph ordered his food and ate it, and the other two people only order white rice, that's where the red flags come in. How are they gonna meet for dinner and not eat any actual food? And then the second thing is that the bag Dolph had with him, it had cashier's checks and money, but the cashier's checks was the majority of it, because the cashier's checks had almost 100 million written on it, and the rest was in cash. So everybody that's asking how did he have 100 mil on it, it was cashier's checks. So now get this, Dolph went to go use the bathroom. He asked the guy, the bald guy, he said, "Hey man, where's the bathroom at?" The bald guy tells him to go to the bathroom in the back of the back, even though there's a bathroom right there on the side. But he's scheming already. So they tell Dolph to go to the far away bathroom in the back of the back. And Dolph had, everything that he brought with. Everybody was like, they were supposed to watch his stuff at the table. And what happens is he comes back from the bathroom and he sees his bag was missing with all the cashier's checks. And he said, "Hey, where's all my stuff?" And the guy was like, "We just seen the dude with the bow tie running out the front door with it. He went out this way." So they point Dolph to like one of the exit doors, but it's not the main exit doors. He tells Dolph, "This is where the guy ran out of with your bag. So if you want your bag, you have to go out of this door." So he points him into that direction. Dolph gets to moving quick over there. He gets to the door and he pushes it. It says push. So he pushes the door open and he could see the guy with the bow tie right there, like across the parking lot, like about to run into some car. But as soon as he opens the door, somebody comes from the behind the door, because the door opens forward. So somebody could just be hiding there by the hinges. They come out the hinges and attack Dolph, man. They try to whack him in the head with like a steel pipe or something like that, or a pole. They try to pistol whip him, basically. And it was at that moment that the struggle happened, where they basically had multiple people. They got the bow tie guy, they had the bald guy on him, and the security from the restaurant. But basically it was Moneybagg Yo's goons. It was Black Youngster's goons. And they try to hit Dolph in the head to knock him out. And they once they did that, they threw him in the Bentley. Once they threw him in the Bentley, man, that's when they took all his jewelry and they started calling Makedas and saying, "Hey, it's ready. We're ready for, the next step in this phase." So whatever they did to him that night, they did to him. But all in all, he ends up showing back at the Makedas, laying on the ground and all that stuff. So when he pulls up to Makedas, remember, Raven told you that they stayed late that night before to make more cookies and seal more batches, and that they had all these deliveries that were going to happen, right? Well, guess what? That means that it was people already in the cookie shop at like late at night after the Ruth Chris, when they pulled up with the Bentley and they just knocked off out in that parking lot at the Ruth Chris and took the cashier's checks. That's when they brought him to Makedas, because before, at that point, he was still alive. When they brought him into the back of the Makedas in the manager's office, the reason they did that was so that they could wait for him to wake up, and so he could give him the combination to the safe. Because it's about 20 more cashier's checks in there for 5 mil each. So y'all got to understand that it's all types of money up in this place. Cashier, you could have more money on cashier's check than cash that you can hold. So everybody's saying, that it's too much money for one person to hold. No, that's not true. That because you're thinking that people have rubber banded up 20s. No, these are cashier's checks, bro. Bosses get money differently than you guys do. So that's the difference. Now basically they waited for him to wake up so that they can get the combination to the safe in Makedas. So he didn't want to give it up. He didn't want to give it up. So they basically said, "Hey, we're going but they're going to fire off rounds if he didn't do it." And they must have had to break into it because he wasn't going to give it up like that. He already knows what it is. He's not just going to let them take it easy. He knows that. So, man, but the karma is going to come back to him because you got to know that nobody can get away with this. And you got to know that them folks is in on it. It's one big setup, like a domino effect. And from what Raven said, set off the chain of events to where we find out exactly what happened, and we're going to make sure that, everybody understands that it was all a setup, inside job. They played y'all. They played y'all with the pictures of the dudes in the white bands. Most of that stuff was just all for show, all for charades. The real critical parts was what happened after that Ruth Chris and what went on inside that back of that Makedas store. And so at this point they don't want to release the footage. That just goes to show you they should have released the footage. They already released footage of the baby doing what he did. So if they could release footage of the baby doing what he did, then why can't they release the footage of what happened to Makedas and Dolph? At least just him pulling up. We want to see that it was Dolph pulling up. That's why they won't show you him pulling up, because he never pulled up. He never pulled up. They stole his car keys at the clinic and pulled the car up themselves. Dolph came in the back of the Bentley. Dolph didn't get there in his own car. And his truck was there. They tried to pull so many of his cars up to make it seem like either he was going to do a music video or that he came there to buy cookies. They literally had 3-4 different narratives ready to go, and that they were just going to push which one is the most believable on social media. So y'all got to understand, man, I just broke it down. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, hit that like button, man. I want y'all to let me know if you rocking with Young Dolph, if you rock with PRE, put it in the comments, man. Put the Dolphins in the chat.